So we felt like, hey, we are really well positioned to go after this. And that's how the impetus to actually start LLMD came about, right? Maybe we'll take a step back, just tell a little bit of the story behind it, how, it was this kind of match made in heaven, actually, that led to LLMD. Because again, I'm of course coming from IBM Research, and the mission of research is really to look at inflection points, of course, way ahead. So we help the company, right, to kind of, again, identify technologies that are important to our business before these things, of course, pan out. So for the past year or so, research for us was very clear that inference was where a lot of the pain, a lot of the volume, a lot of the opportunity actually was. So we started to look across the stack, and you bump into a lot of challenges, right? Things like, hey, how you do better is scheduling for inference requests, right? How you do better cache management and all these things that are very central to make this platform very efficient. How you do faster model loading, a lot of challenges. It kind of touches across the whole stack. And we start to see that the whole community was going that direction, right? A lot of open source projects popping up, but we couldn't find the realization of that vision, that full stack vision, right? We felt like, hey, we really need a common AI stack. There are some kind of building blocks popping up, but the control plane really was something that was missing, right? So we got involved in many communities, in some of the Kubernetes working groups that were starting to react to this new reality, like the serving working group, right? And we debated what is the right place to bring some of these innovations, because it's all about kind of building momentum, not reinventing the wheel, right? And then there was this famous March 25 meeting where research came here to meet with the Neuromagic team that had just joined, right? And I still remember, I got in the room and we started to describe some of that vision. And then at some point, with our friends Brian Stevens, Rob Shaw, we look at Shaw as yes, right? Because they were of course thinking about this as well.